Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome back to another Ninjago March of the Oni video here on the channel. Now in preparation for the new season of Ninjago coming out sometime in 2019, I figured I'd go ahead and talk about a list of 5 things that I'm very hopeful for this next season of Ninjago. Whether it be talking about story plot points or just the quality of the show in general, I just want to go ahead and give my overall anticipational, thoughts and not really predictions, but kind of just general hopes for the next season as it is. So these will not be in any particular order. I'm not really looking forward to any of these more than anything else. These are just 5 things that I'm very hopeful for the next season of Ninjago, of course entitled March of the Oni, coming out sometime in 2019. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that I'm looking forward to is the development of Master Wu's character a little bit more. Of course, we got a lot more of him actually having some sort of development during Season 9, as he basically was forced to relive his entire life, due to the effects of the reversal blade from a few seasons prior. And now that he's back in his normal master self, I think it's interesting to see what his character will be like, now that he's actually back in his old master self. It's going to be interesting to see him interacting with the ninja in his old form once again, as the ninja are all in their new Season 8 designs, or the Ninjago movie designs. And the traditional Master Wu interacting with these specific designs for the ninja hasn't really been touched on in the actual show as of yet, so it will be interesting to see what that actually looks like when March of the Oni actually airs. The next thing I want to see is a good wrap-up for Garmadon's character. Of course, Garmadon's arc, as well as the overall ending in general of this season, will be generally focused on of course, the third act of the trilogy, so it'd be interesting to see where Garmadon's character goes. Of course, in Season 8 he was resurrected, in Season 9 he was dealing with that fact and also dealing with characters such as Harumi, and of course his son Lloyd, and now in Season 10 he is going to be potentially fighting Lloyd one last time. So I'm interested to see where his character goes, and I hope they actually give a solid wrap-up to his character, whether that be actually killing him off again and keeping him dead, or bringing him back to his old Sensei Garmadon self, or just having him turn good as his current form. Whatever they decide to do for his character, I hope it actually wraps up the character and wraps up his story arc from these 3 seasons. Of course, like any Ninjago season, another new villain will be introduced. This time we're looking at more of, the leader of the Oni. I've already done a few videos talking about this character in particular, but I hope he's really good, and I hope he's one of the better Ninjago villains that we've seen. As this is the 3rd entry in the Oni and Dragon trilogy, of course there's not an official name for it as of this time of recording, but that's just what I came up with for a name. This is the 3rd and final chapter in that trilogy, so of course it needs a good, well-rounded villain to go ahead and balance it out. Of course, a villain that's not Garmadon, because Garmadon has always been kind of a side villain of sorts when he's not, of course, piloting his own season. He's sort of just been there on the side, so of course this season's not going to be any different. There's going to be another villain, and it will probably be the leader of the Oni. Whether he be possessing Garmadon's body or manning a completely separate entity than Garmadon, it's going to be interesting to see how that character interacts with the ninja, how they interact with Lloyd, and how they interact with Garmadon, who is probably going to be the other villain of this season. In the recent Ninjago trailer, we got to look at what might happen to Cole in the season, and I hope that this season treats Cole's character, decently, and doesn't do what other past seasons have done with his character, where they basically just shove him off to the side. Seasons 8 and 9 were particularly good at building up Cole's character, which means Season 10 will probably have some sort of payoff. Whether that payoff comes in the form of him dying or potentially being, the savior of Ninjago towards the end of the story, all that remains to be seen, but we do know that something will in fact happen with Cole, and it's supposed to be something really cool and actually really, game-changing for his character in general. My only hope for Cole's character this season is that he's actually focused on relatively, well, in a decent manner, because Cole is always a character that I feel needs a lot more development. Of course, Seasons 8 and 9 gave him that, and I feel like those have been leading up to this big finale in Season 10. Also, Jay and Nia will be getting some sort of focus this season, as well, as we saw from the San Diego Comic-Con clip that was given to us this summer, and of course we know that it has something to do with Jay proposing to Nia or something in that nature, possibly him, marrying her or something like that, or maybe it's just the Ninjago equivalent of that. I really don't know what it is, but I hope that it actually does have some development, because we originally thought that this was going to be the main plotline of Season 10, but it looks like it's not going to be. It looks like instead it's just going to be another little side plot thing going on, because we know that the Oni will actually be the major one. but I do hope that the Jay and Nia side story does not get sidetracked or overlooked as much as other side stories have gotten in prior seasons, and I hope that it actually has some development, because Jay and Nia potentially getting married at some point would be big for the actual series as a whole. And just overall, for one final hope, I know this is number 6, but just for one final thing, I really do hope that this season is one of the better ones that Ninjago has to offer, and I can't wait to see what actually comes of March of the Oni when it actually airs, whenever it airs, in the United States in 2019. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. This was a look at my top 5 hopes for Ninjago March of the Oni. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up rating, and of course remember to hit the subscribe button if you've not done so already. Once again, guys, the comment section is there for the various discussions that you would like to have regarding this topic, or if you just had a comment of a general nature, that's fine as well. Thank you so much for watching once again, guys. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.